Dye. On the back of the packet it says that you need to have 1 gallon of steaming hot water, and I've already gotten this water, so it's very hot, hot enough, and I've got a gallon bucket that I'm measuring it in. Now, because you're going to be putting shirts in this, you can't just leave it in this bucket, you need space, so I'm pouring it into another container. This just isn't a container that I have in my classroom. This is to add the dye. And so I'm just going to use, I happen to have a lot of paint stirrers in my classroom. You could use anything. You could even just use your hand if you have gloves on. Students don't need them because I would recommend having a teacher pull the stuff out of the dye just so they don't walk around the room with it, or you can squeeze out the extra dye from. What students should do is take a piece of tape and write their name on it and their last initial with a Sharpie. Make sure it is a Sharpie. Then go ahead and tape it to the inside of their shirt. That way, if there's any argument about whose is whose, you've got a way to tell. Now you need to decide how you're going to tie this. You could put the rubber bands in across. That's going to give you horizontal stripes. So if I rubber banded here, I'm going to get a stripe right across my stomach. You can twist it up. So now you're going to get just a big burst in the middle. Or you can do kind of a mixture. So I'm going to do a little twirl here. And then to secure that, I'm going to take one of my rubber bands and go around it. You want to secure these pretty tight. Another twist there. Now I think I want to get stripes down my sleeve. So I'm fan folding this. My shirt tied. You're going to bring it over to the dye and give it to your teacher. And they are going to push it down into the dye. The longer that it sits in the dye, the darker color it will be. At Southeast, we need to make sure that it stays in there a while, because otherwise it'll be pink. We need it to be dark so it's red. So I'm going to leave this sit in here for a little while, and I could add more shirts to this as well. The shirt has sat in the dye for 10 minutes or so. It says something different on the package, but once it's sat in there for 10 minutes or so, you can go ahead and pull their shirt out. And I'm just going to wring it a little bit using the gloves, just so it's not dripping with dye, but not wring it out all the way. We're going to put it in a plastic bag so they can take it with them, and then they'll follow the at-home directions once they get home a little while later in the day to finish these up. So right now it's still soaking in dye that it's got on it, so it should get darker eventually as we go.